Welcome everybody to the Game Arena Summoner Series live in Columbus, Ohio, coming at you from Game Arena. I'm Fabled or Justin, joined today by my co-host Kyle. How you doing today, Kyle?
Oh, I'm doing just fantastic. It's always a great day when you get to cast some League of Legends, especially with the Game Arena. Always a really good time. But Fabled, we've got a couple of teams here today, six of them in particular, and we're going to be starting how things are going to be going today. Is we're going to be starting things off in pool play, and whoever does the best in pool play, like top four, they're going to be going into playoffs where things will turn into best of threes, and then we'll get our winner obviously from there.
Exactly. We're super excited. We've got some good games lined up for you today. We're starting off with CSU Vikings Green and definitely not GA. Definitely not GA is a team consistent of the Game Arena CEO and some of his friends. We're here to have a good time, not a long time. So let's see how this game goes. What are we expecting to see in draft today?
Well, if Neferi is not, if Neferi is allowed, then I expect to see her being high priority banned or picked. So far, they're banning just Anivia and a lot of mid laners on this side. Clearly, they are heavily targeting not GA's mid laner. But
Yeah, this is an AP scaling mage or AP control mages here, and you see some bans coming out. It looks like the bot lane is going to be the focus for the GA squad here. That aggressive Callista and not a combo.
yeah, they didn't feel comfortable enough just taking out one of them. It's such a good combo. You got to get rid of both of them. And I mean, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Callista, you don't really see her a whole lot in like solo queue and whatever, but she in like pro play and like competitive play can be like stuff like that. And oh, lo and behold, we do see the Neferi ban. It makes a lot of sense, especially with Talia being banned, who is one of her main counters.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a lot of Neferi, but the talk of the town has been Neferi is crazy right now. For those of you that are out of the loop, Neferi did get a visual gameplay. I believe it was a VGU, right?
No, it was also a gameplay rework as well.
Okay, well, they call it different things. I can't remember which one they call it. There's like VGUs and then there's total character reworks or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, Neferi is busted. They swapped her R with one of her other abilities, correct? So dash doesn't
Yeah,
happen
her
as
R and her
often.
W. So basically, what her W does now it gives her some invincible frames and it gives her more dogs and stuff like that. And her R is her W, but it does like a lot more damage and it gets some resets off if she kills somebody. So she's just prone to do like an absolute ton of damage and gets invincible frames.
Doesn't she get more dogs now too? Isn't it like
Yes,
five?
gets more dogs too.
That is insane, but it is what it is. So we're going to see a Mundo pick here. So it looks like we're definitely playing some solo queue strats here, some Tristana, some Mundo, pretty stat stick champions here. A Draven coming out from the Vikings here. So the Draven Nautilus pick is what we're going to end up seeing here.
See it being Tristana bot, but I feel more likely that they're probably going to be going Tristana mid and potentially flexing it accordingly. But yeah, that is a very not nice bit of bot lane and jungle to be going up against. I mean, Maokai could be top here as well, but so far that's like a lot of engaged CC. So what I would expect from not GA is to try and pull out something with a little bit of disengage, like maybe a Janna or something like that. Or
Or a
Lulu's
Lulu.
just as fine as well, yeah.
And that also provides you a little bit of protection for your Tristana, and obviously, like you said, the disengage. The polymorph is an insane tool. I mean, what are you going to do with Draven if you're polymorphed? Get blown up? All right. So that's kind of like your get out of jail free card. And we're going to see the Mbessa ban here. I haven't seen a whole lot of Mbessa personally, but I think it's in pro play right now, correct?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times, especially from the Baus.
But
Stuff
here's the
like
thing
that.
about pro play right now. It's kind of, there's no real relevant gameplay. So this is kind of the wild, wild west right now. There's no pro play to watch because, I mean, it was the Casey and Home Life finals the other day, right? But that's on a completely different patch in a fearless setting. We're in a best of one setting right now. So it's more akin to solo queue, but I guess high ranked flex queue is kind of what we're looking at here. But
Yeah,
there's just there's no film to study.
me personally didn't see that one, but yeah, it seems like there's some hardcore mid lane prioritization with the bans. So I'm kind of curious as to what these guys are gonna pick now. I mean, Victor is still around, and he's an okay pick. Wei, he got hit with a little bit of a nerf recently, but it didn't really make too much of a difference in my personal opinion. And so I could definitely be seeing a special, like the one major thing that CSU Vikings are lacking right now is like some serious wave clear and a control mid. So I wouldn't be too shocked if we saw Hwei being picked up here. Cassiopeia, pretty good pick for definitely not GA as well. A lot going along more with the counter engage, and there is the victor that I was thinking could be.
All right, we're going to see the Control Mage Mirror matchup here in the middle. And a Cassante top. What a classic. Cassante and Namundo, tank and a tank. Ooh, man. Can't wait to watch that matchup. I do think that goes on Cassante's favor a little bit. If you can pop that shield off of Mundo, he doesn't really have an answer. And you can always kidnap him through the wall, and he's going to do what to you exactly? Not a whole lot, if I'm being honest. But this last pick here, let's see what Not GA has been hiding for our 5th pick.
Yeah, for their jungle, this is the tough one, honestly, because they have a lot of disengage, but they don't really have a lot of engage. So, just wondering. Ooh, that's a spicy pick.
It could also be Mundo jungle for technically. I mean, Mundo was a jungler. It's not recent, but it could be Gwen or Mundo top or jungle.
Technically, although I do have to say I've seen Gwen be a lot more successful in the jungle, and if I do recall correctly, to like the Fall Summoner series, GA pulled that exact same thing out. It was like especially during that time, Gwen jungle was super duper Omega popular. So wouldn't be too shocked if we saw not GA pulling out Gwen in the jungle. But yeah, it's just looking like not GA is just going super duper hardcore, disengage, wait for our opponents to go in full aggro on us, and then we'll just Gwen W, we'll just Lulu R, we will Cassiopeia R, Tristana R, stuff like that. And then once they've used all their ults, just try and re-engage, maybe get some split pushing going on.
Yeah, and the part here is the scaling too. I mean, take a look at Cassante scales, Victor scales, and obviously scaling is always relative. But I'm definitely feeling if this goes later, if they're not getting blown out, this is a way better game for not GA. Tristana scales incredibly well. Mundo's going to scale pretty well. I mean, at the end of the day, who's killing this Mundo? Unless this Draven is astronomically fed, because it's not going to be Victor. So
yeah, definitely not.
Unless this Draven is really far ahead, it could just be a game over. As long as if this Mundo gets ahead, and the Lulu there for the support too. I mean, it's kind of like a glass cannon build. It's going to be hands check is what this game's going to be.
Yeah, I feel like as well. While you may have on the side of Vikings, Victor is like an incredibly good late game. Cassiopeia is also going to be able to scale for free. And so I think what we're going to be needing to see here is a decision from Maokai. Am I going to try and like impact the mid lane to try and set Cass behind and get Victor to to hitting his mark a little bit faster than Cass? Or am I going to go bot lane and try and get our early game kill lane some kills so that, Draven can just snowball really early on? I think both of those are viable options, but me personally, I definitely foresee it going a little bit more like the bot lane ganks.
I see a level 6 dive. I'm pre-level 6 dive coming. This Maokai is going to come down to the bot lane at Mach 5, flash over the wall, and do whatever it is that Maokai does, and secure that Draven, whatever free stack, because Tristana is, as we know, she scales, her range scales too. So I think Draven outscales Tristana, or outranges Tristana early. I could be wrong on that, but it's pretty close. So you don't have that advantage. So Draven can get close to you. And I believe you can cancel the rocket jump with the Draven E.
You can, yes. That is absolutely correct.
That's exactly what's... There's going to be this bot lane matchup is really scary early, and they're going to need to get to like level 6. I think they fare a better chance at level 6 because just Tristana has her R, and that's a great disengage tool when Draven's trying to jump on you. And you also have the Lulu polymorph to kind of protect from the Draven all-in or a Nautilus engage or whatever the case might be.
Yeah, that is true. From like a jungling perspective here, I definitely, like I said, see Maokai pathing towards bot. From what I'm expecting here from Gwen, who I'm assuming is a jungler here, is pretty much doing exactly the same thing. You want to be pretty much on the same side as Maokai just to negate his impact at all times. Maokai wants to gank, he wants to get his teammates ahead. Gwen, content to let things scale. So all you got to do is just be like that third person. If Maokai ganks, you counter gank, you just make sure that you're never at a manpower disadvantage and stuff like that. And I feel like that's, if Gwen can just play it properly like that, then no matter what they do, GA's in a good spot.
Yep, I completely agree. And it's definitely going to come down to the Vikings being proactive and not GA being reactive and just trying to keep those disengages and keep their carries alive. Because once they make it to that late game, I think they're going to be in a much stronger position, especially if they can pick up a dragon or two and just not get completely blown out early. But we'll just have to see, because that Maokai is going to provide a lot more value than that than the Gwen, I like to think, in those first like 6 to 9 levels. So we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's about all we have to say speculation-wise about these comps, and all that there really is left to do is see how it actually plays out. But while they get set up, we're going to be going to a quick break. Don't go anywhere, though. The first game of the Spring Summoner Series is coming right back at you after this break.
We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the first game of the Summoner Series. So we're loading in. We've got a interesting first game between the Vikings and Not GA. We've got a very early game comp coming out from the Vikings and a more scaling comp coming out from Not GA. Looks like we're going to see some 5-man top lane shenanigans. I bet there's either going to get a flash blown or somebody's going to die in the next 10 seconds.
Interesting. Yeah, it looks like they might be able to honestly catch this Gwen. She's not going to be having vision of this Nautilus. Oh, she's so done. Gonna flash from Nautilus, gets her, and oh, this is a very, very dead Gwen. This should go to Draven, and it will. That is exactly what you want if you're CSU Vikings.
Oh, and by the way, this is a Gwen top, and it is a Mundo jungle after all. So this top lane matchup is going to be much more dynamic. But unfortunately, dying right off the riff and getting a assist on the Cassante is not how you want to start that lane. But I think inevitably there will be a tipping point, probably close to level 9, where Gwen is going to start killing this Cassante.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough in the beginning for Gwen until she really gets her damage up and her skirmishing capabilities. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to be. Cassiopeia going to be Sorry, go ahead.
I'm concerned for the summoner spells here topside, though. With having TP and Ignite, I'm worried you're not going to be able to get away from that Cassante. The Ghost is so important. I feel like the enemy team is so much faster than you. You're just going to get kited, no?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm not sure how the Ignite is going to be going as good on the Gwen here, especially without having Flash or like some sort of mobility one. But yeah, we'll definitely see about that.
But for now, it's going to be a pretty slow start now that I feel like Not G is kind of like, oh, yeah, they're playing like that. So let's back up. We got a slow push started up here top side. The Cassante looking to trade a little bit. Get a little bit of poking early. Oh, hang on. We might be seeing it death early.
Yeah,
oh, could have used Ignite and gotten the kill.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is that he had the shield up, so I think that Gwen was very smart.
Oh, it doesn't even matter!
Definitely the smartest Gwen here, just to wait here and see if Cassante will get a little bit aggro on her and come back on in, and that's exactly what does. Great hook onto the Lulu. Could be something going on here, but the Polymorph is going to be 100% saving her life, and Tristana hops on out to safety. But you can definitely see the impact of the kill lane here. It's not just about getting kills, it's about denying your opponent's CS. Draven has about 9 more CS than Tristana already.
And not only that, I'm sure the gold difference between the two is not astronomical, but it's going to be like a whole component. So what I'm concerned for now, though, is this Gwen can run over the game.
Those hooks. The hooks are on point, dude. Are they going to go for it, though? It looks like no, she's going to be able to get nice and safely away.
And, I mean, summoner spells... I mean, Tristana still has her summoner spells up. She's not really in danger. Draven does have barrier, so Draven's not running an aggressive summoner here. I'm not too worried right now if I'm Tristana, because Draven hasn't backed yet. But Draven is walking up to look for a pick here.
Ooh, I am worried about that Mundo, though. Unfortunately, the prio for CSU Vikings is just 100% there, especially from the bot lane. And I think they had a little bit of vision on him there as well, so they're like, oh, free collapse, free kill onto the Mundo.
Absolutely, and that's going to take down... Well, Mundo is still up a level, fortunately, for Not GA, and up 8 CS. But the momentum there just kind of got wrecked, and obviously you're out of position now and they know where you are. So that first Dragon's likely going to be going to Vikings now. But there is a good chance to play through topside right now, because this Gwen did pick that kill up and is up a little bit of CS and is probably up a little bit of experience right now. And the wave's pushing in, so there's an opportunity for a freeze here topside.
Yes, exactly. Definitely gonna need some help here from... I'm thinking probably gonna need some help from Maokai to get this undone. Otherwise, it's gonna be a really rough time. And I do want to note as well that even though the Mundo did die there, it did get the double scuttle, so it's gonna be still feeling pretty good in terms of his scaling and in terms of his money, even though he did not get that kill. And ooh, Gwen got to level up on his opponent now. It's just looking so bad for Cassante, man.
This is like, I'm sweating bullets if I'm Cassante right now. Yeah, my flash is up and the Gwen doesn't have any mobility. However, Gwen still has Ignite and it was up a level, but is probably a third of the way to level 6. Roughly. So that level 6 spike, if he's not ready for it and he's close, he can die very quickly, especially with Ignite being up. But the Dragon's going to be spawning here, so we're likely going to see a shift to the bot lane focus. Maokai looking like... I'm not sure where Maokai's going to be clearing yet, but that'll kind of give us an indication of what objective is their primary concern right now.
Oh my god, these hooks are just looking so dangerous from Aqualad. But yeah, definitely going to be trying to play towards the bot lane here. You've got a Draven with a BF sword at 5 minutes. That's definitely your win con looking like here so far. We were theorizing about if things are going to go late, how it's going to go, but oh, looking like going to be going for something mid here as well. Going with the flash, but oh, unfortunately knocks the wrong way. Is going to try and chase him down, but oh, Reeves might actually be looking to get a little bit of a turn on this. Does have to be a little bit careful, though.
Good job from Reeves. That's a great flash. And see if this Gwen can pick up. Gwen is immune, everybody. Nope. And Gwen does pick up the kill. Level 6, might die to the turret shot. Survives because Conqueror.
Calculated,
absolutely. Dragon's going to be picked up here. It is just a Cloud Drake, but that is some movement speed after all. And next Dragon is going to be, let's see, Infernal?
That is a Chemtech, I think.
Oh, is it a Chemtech? It is a Chemtech. Interesting. So that's going to... The Soul could also be a decider for this game. If it's a bad Soul for Vikings, they might not be able to outscale go later in the game. Versus, like, if GA is able to pick up a, Infernal Drake here or there, that could be absolutely game-shattering.
Yeah. I don't know.
The Rift will be a game decider here, I think. Especially if this game continues to stay. I mean, GA is trying their best to stabilize right now. Tristana's down 15 CS and some items, but, like... well.
She is toast. Toast as can be, should be. Oh, might be a double kill here. Scrub McLord coming on in, gets one down. That's 2 down. Will die for it, though, but 100% worth the shutdown going into the hands of Lulu.
Well, caster cursing is a thing. I had to go and compliment somebody, and this is what I get. So, both summoners blown from the Tristana. One summoner left for Lulu, and bot lane for Vikings still has a barrier, and a flash from Nautilus, which is even more scary. So I think there's going to be another death here on the next wave contest.
Yeah, I just want to point something out here as well. This Raven's got 4 kills, and they're not even level 6 yet. This is
a BF
literally
sword at 8 minutes.
I know, and he's got Bloodthirster now.
It's at 8 minutes.
This is exactly what you want as Raven. Exactly why you would pick this character. Even if he had half the amount of kills he had right now, he would still be like exactly where he wants to be as Draven. But now, I'm starting to get a little bit worried for not GA. They may be.
I feel like I'd be incredibly comfortable.
They play their cards right, guarantees the soul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you play your cards right, this is looking really good. All right, GA just needs to not blow their summoners, take a second to stabilize, and try and get back on their feet. That is all they can do. If they lose this snowball and 2-3 dragons for Vikings, I don't know if they're going to be able to come back. But a TP is coming in here top side. It looks like... Oh, and a bot lane death. So Cassante going to sit here and chipper, try to get some damage done on the turret here. Mundo going to try and push him off. It looks like a collapse here. I don't know if Cassante is going to be able to get out of this. The rotation from the cast. The TP is the option. Are they going to be able to kill him in time? No, they are not. He does get the TP out, and that is tragic if you are not GA. That is not what you want to see. Mundo is going to go and take a recall here. Draven has completely proxied Tristana off the wave. There's exactly nothing they can do. You just kind of have to concede your loss here. I mean, it's a Bloodthirster with boots, so he's faster than you, has more damage than you, and you're sitting on a slingshot. And the slingshot is probably one of the worst items to be sitting on as an AD carry, in my opinion. But it's like, oh, I am scared and terrified if I'm this Tristana right now. We're going to see a collapse here. The rest of the team going to back him up. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get this turret or not. They're going to try.
No, probably won't be able to get it just yet, and they probably want it back because Draven once again just got like an absolute load of gold. So when he comes back and Tristan is still gonna be here, he's gonna have another BF sword. just flex it on him with that
BF sword's worth more than the item that Tristana is sitting on right now.
Dude, I know. Like 10 minutes, 2 BF swords. That is just absolutely ridiculous, dude.
Can we get the observers to hit it there? Thank you. Look at that gold difference.
Double
Literally
over
3,000 gold down. It is a whole item up in the bot lane right now. And here comes the Draven onto the map, looking to get some kills. My guess here is we're going to see this Draven kind of rotate around and try and pick up as many plates as possible before they fall. So this Gwen is going to be very sad and probably get pushed off a turret here so they can pick up some more plates. And that's
exactly
like 1,400 more gold for Draven. I believe that's approximately the 3 or 4 plates worth of gold. But Void Grubs are up. They're going to pick those up. It's going to take exactly no time because this Draven's going to one-shot them. The Cassiopeia here is opting in for a Rod of Ages, which I like the idea, but I'm concerned that we're not going to get to the late game before that Roa actually stacks up. This Draven is getting hungry, is very, very, very fed and wants more.
Yeah, at this point, like, I agree with it for Cass. It's the original game plan, it's the best game plan, and you pretty much got to commit to it now. It's the best one for long-term scaling, and even if you do decide to cut your build short a little bit to try and, like, match the Draven in the current game, that is, in my opinion, just, like, not what you want to be doing, because, yeah, no matter what you... If you try to cut your build short, you're just never going to be able to outdamage a Draven like this.
Well,
so just trying to survive is good.
Wouldn't be a terrible build here, given you're going to have to get through this Cassante, you're going to get through this Maokai, and you're going to have to get through this Nautilus to be able to get to the Draven, right? And I don't know if it matters how tanky you are with Rod of Ages if you're getting one-shot by the Draven. Because those auto attacks are going to start hurting once there's some crit mods here. Because Tristana is not even halfway to her first item. Maybe over halfway to her first item. But this Draven has double the CS. And is about to be on a second item and boots.
Yeah, I think she needs about 1,000 more gold to get her Yuntal Wild Arrows, which is, I'm pretty sure, what she's building there. You're
probably right. That's a safe assumption. But both summoner spells are up here, so they did their best to stabilize. They tried to minimize the punishing. Let's see if Gwen is strong enough to kill this Draven. My guess is likely not, but the TP is coming in topside.
Oh, might be. Oh, but the Nautilus coming in so huge, going down for the count. Scrub McLord going huge once again, and the counter TP coming in, trying to get the Draven as far away as humanly possible. Will be able to flash away, but can't save himself. Kha'Zix gonna be coming in with the final blow onto Cass.
And that is likely going to be the nail in the coffin in this game. I mean, they're going to get this whole top line turret onto this, onto Draven. Bot lane is losing 2v1. Might be losing 2v1.
Oh, be able to get the turn?
Are they going to get the turn?
The W is not going to be up, though. It's going to have to be...
All right, you got to respect the attempt. You got to respect the attempt. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, a 1-in-3 Cassante getting killed there is not nothing in the world. But I'm wondering how much gold... Oh my gosh, the gold. Can we get a look at the gold caster? Oh, so after this turret gets destroyed here, we're going to see a... Wow. So 1,700 gold to 3,800 gold. That's a 4,000 gold lead just in the bot lane. Draven's going to have an item and boots on back. Mundo's going to try and push Maokai back out of his jungle here, but I don't think there's any threat, really. They're just going to sit here and dance. Maybe Mundo's actually kind of threatening this Maokai, but Victor's coming in, and Victor is a lot stronger. Cass is here for backup, but Cass is not very threatening, but it's not a huge mid gap. I mean, it's 600 gold down, but realistically, Ludens is a weaker item than Roa and is here right now, so I feel more comfortable if I'm the Victor.
Yeah, and I mean, Victor's just had a lot more impact around the map here as well. Cass might like have gotten her item spike pretty good, but still, Victor's been a lot more active on the map and getting a lot more gold from just like kills, even CS up ahead right now as well.
Yeah, and I mean, so top tower's gone. Bottom tier 1 is still there, hanging on by a thread. At least mid lane still kind of tight. So that's kind of the bastion GA's kind of got to play through for now. The turret is gone. Dragon will be up here in a little bit, about 5 minutes or so. And it's going to be, is that an Ocean Rift?
That is a Hextech.
It's a Hextech. I can't see the logo on there. So the Hextech Rift is, oh my. So how are they going to do this? Hextech is going to be really good for the Draven because that's going to like give you basically static shiv, right? And slow everybody down. Assuming
yeah,
you get
basically
the soul
means
here.
more damage. More damage on a guy that already does like a load of damage.
Well, Draven's biggest problem is being able to either stick on you, right? And that slows you, so it's just going to get him to be able to catch up, and that's exactly what he needs. But the Draven's going to go ahead and try and knock down this middle turret here, get some more gold. We got a little bit for some major objectives, but Gwen going to go ahead and pick the 1v1. Not sure if they're going to be able to beat Cassante. Oh, they are going to be able to beat Cassante.
That was a huge dodge there from the Gwen, hitting every single one of her needles on him as well. Massive. That literally won the fight. Because now, if you notice, she does have the. She did opt to go for She did opt to go for the Riftmaker first, and if she had decided to go for like Nashor's Tooth instead, that would have been a lost fight. Item diff for sure from Gwen.
I think it's. I think Riftmaker first is usually correct on Gwen, and Nashor is going to be pretty good too. And now, but so Cassante is going an AP build or a MR build right now, but I don't know. It might be too late for this Cassante. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back into this game at least until way later. This Gwen is a threat. Maybe not as much of a threat as this Draven right now, but 1 or 2 more kills and a few more levels in this Gwen, who, by the way, just hit level 11, so is on 2nd level ultimate, by the way. It's going to deal so much damage, especially to this Victor and Draven.
Yeah, the thing about this Cassante, though, is even if he's behind the Gwen, he still can be useful by taking, like, say, their best other person out of the fight, or taking Gwen out of the fight herself as well. Because, like, Gwen has pretty much got all the gold, right? So if they take her out of the fight, then, oh, we're going to put that thought on hold and see how this goes. Ult's going to be going off left.
Draven's going to go and pick up the shutdown there
Goes
on
down to Scrummick Lord.
And it is a slaughter by the Draven. Draven gonna
continue to be a slaughter
like candy. Oh no! And then there's the hook, and there goes the Tristana, and I think that is the game, chat. So 6,000 gold down. The dragon's up. They're gonna knock out a turret here. They're gonna pick up a free dragon. They're gonna pick up the Herald as well. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot you can do here.
Yeah, that's if I were playing solo queue, that would be a GG. That would be a GG angle
It'd
right
be an
there.
FF.
But
I would have FF'd at this point if I'm being completely honest. But
like, there is still some potential here. Like, your Cass is still, she's got all of her stacks that she needs on her tier, so that's good. She's almost finishing the Rod of Ages, but like, dude, this Draven is like the main thing here. If you're able to like get a kill onto Draven, is the thing, then that's all their damage gone, literally. Victor's not, he's doing good, but like he doesn't hold a candle to Draven in terms of damage.
I agree, and I feel like we just got a little bit of a leash here. We might see a bit of scrap. I'm not sure if I want to be picking this fight if I'm not GA. If I'm not GA right now, I want to be sitting back, trying to scale up, and weather the storm right now. My hope is that my Mundo can get a Thornmail completed and hopefully just stick on this Draven and not die. And we want to claim as many objective bounties as we possibly can and just stop the bleeding and give us time to stack up, get that time to get Roa completed, get that whatever it is. I think it's whatever tier item completed. And we're going to see another fight the top side. Blue team going to go and pick up the Rift Herald here.
Oh, so sad.
Poor Gwen caught out. I mean, they're just so much stronger. Realistically, there is just so much gold. And it's not, like you said earlier, it's not confined to one teammate where it's all on the Gwen. This is pretty evenly distributed. The Raven's really far ahead. Don't get me wrong, but every other character also has a ton of gold. and the spawn camping has commenced. Hex gates are great and all, they're fun, but when they start getting
yeah, dude, even Mundo just gets one shot by Draven. That is absolutely nuts, and exemplifies just how fed this guy is.
Yeah, there's exactly nothing you can do right now. You kind of just have to take your loss until you can scale up the gold. And not to mention the Midnight spawning. You kind of have to clear the wave, but you don't have a lot of strong wave clear here. Cass is the only one that can do it, and she's not going to be up until just now. But and Hib's already gone. Dragon's not going to be up for a few more minutes. They've got some time, but you just got to wait. And here's the Atacon, so that's another free objective they can run down and grab. There's no reason not to. Boot upgrades from Draven already done. Draven finishing Lord Dominic's Regard for the armor pen. I don't know if you actually need the Lord Dominic's this game because nobody's actually built any armor yet aside from the Mundo. But, I mean, oh, and a Zeal on top of that. So this Draven's just going to absolutely destroy people. The crit chance is up there, so 60% crit, so 1 in... Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yep, 2 out of every 3 autos is gonna be a critical hit for the Draven. That's just even more damage on top of his high base damage, man. I don't know. There's not really much else to say other than Draven is it's a League of Draven game, dude. They're just taking their early lead and pushing it all the way through the end.
It is Draven.
Yeah, and he's got the big head Draven too. I love that.
Best Draven skin by far. We're gonna go ahead and pick up all the plants here, get some experience, and try and honestly, it looks like the attempt is gonna be at the mid lane turret here. Is gonna be our next target. Makes the most sense. The waves are kind of coming that way. You got supers coming topside, so Gwen's gonna have to go up there and catch those. And now we're gonna see a little skirmish in the mid lane around this turret. I don't think they have enough of a wave to get it. They're gonna have to wait for the next one. But it does looks like they are going to break the mid turret and see if they can get to the mid tier 3. We're going to have to wait for the Baron buff to seal this out probably, but there's 3 more minutes in the Baron. But they might not even need the Baron buff to finish this game. They're kind of just cracking these turrets left and right. They're going full send. The game might be ending now. Huge ultimate coming out of the Victor, absolutely destroying everybody. The base is gone. The wave is coming in. It looks like they're going to go catch the bottom wave now, try and get that top, or the bot lane tier 3, and just kind of seal this game out textbook instead of being greedy and just kind of going for the fight and finishing it. Definitely not GA going to go ahead and make a stand here, see if they can get the wave cleared out. Still don't have a whole lot of wave clear. Even Cassiopeia is here, but not a whole lot they can do. Inhibitor is going to go and go down here. And let's see if they can crack the turret. All right. Vikings going to go and take a second to reset here. Major objective not quite up yet. They've still got 2 minutes on Baron. So it looks like it's going to be a second. Oh, the dragon is up. So we're going to go ahead and clear the dragon and get soul at 23 minutes. So at this point, I think both teams take a reset here, or not both teams, but the Vikings are gonna take a reset here, and either they can finish the game here probably with the soul. They don't need to wait for Baron, but they might wait for Baron just to make it a clean sweep. Gwen doing her absolute best to get some gold up here and clear the waves. She did finish her Nashor's Tooth and went the steel caps, so might be able to take an extra shot from Draven, but ultimately Gwen is immune. That's the best chance you have. Tristana trying to clear this mid wave, catch up on a little bit of gold here. Only 1 item and a BF sword. I mean, how far behind? Can we get a gold view real quick? This Draven has 1, 2, a whole extra 3 items basically. All these completions, I don't even know. Oh, Crit's going to one-shot everybody. Turret's going to fall. There is the static shiv effect. The final fight's going to be happening. Here comes the ultimate from Maokai, going to root everybody up. And then there's the AoE from Victor. Wow, Victor ult is a fair and balanced ability, huh, guys? Turret's going to go ahead and go down here, and that is going to be the first game. Congratulations to the Vikings for getting the first win of the spring opener. So as we predicted in the early game, that Draven did pick up a bit of gold. And we're going to go ahead and cut to a break real quick and get some technical difficulties figured out here. And we'll catch you guys at the beginning of game 2.